Hey everyone, this is Jason Lu. Welcome to my Quest channel. Today, I'm taking you deep into one of the most mysterious, awe-inspiring, and completely baffling ancient sites in China, the Longyou Grottoes. Now I have explored the many underground structures before, like Derinkuyu in Turkey, Hypergene in Malta, tombs in Egypt, Sacred Well in Italy. But the Longyou Grottoes, they are in a league of their own. We are talking massive man-made stone chambers, precision-carved walls, and engineering techniques that defy conventional understanding of ancient capabilities. So the big questions are, how were they made? Why were they built? And most intriguingly, who built them? Let's dive into this mind-blowing mystery. The Longyou Grottoes are located in Longyou County, Zhejiang Province, China, right where the Qu River and Lingshan River meet in the Chentang River Basin. What's wild is that these caves were hidden beneath seemingly ordinary ponds for centuries. From an aerial view, the layout of the grottos almost resembled the shape of the Big Dipper. Before I visited, I did a lot of research, and the truth is, no one really knows when, how, why, or by whom these caves were created. Since I'm based in Taiwan, the trip was fairly easy. I flew to Shanghai, hopped on a high-speed train to Hangzhou, then took a taxi to Longyou City. All in all, about 4 or 5 hours journey from Shanghai. The Longyou Grotto is a massive underground complex. It looks like entirely man-made, yet to this day, archaeologists and engineers are still scratching their heads about its origins. The story of its discovery is as strange as the site itself. Back in the 1950s, locals moved to a nearby Phoenix Hill to escape flooding. The area was full of deep, mysterious ponds used as water sources and known to have a lot of fish. Fast forward to June 9, 1992, 4 villagers decided to drain one of these 20 square meter ponds to catch more fish after landing an 18.5 kilo fish before. After 4 days of pumping, they noticed a stone staircase appearing from below. Excited, they brought in more ponds. By day 9, they uncovered stone pillars. By day 17, they had revealed an entire underground chamber. But here's a kicker. When the water was finally drained, there were no fish, nothing, as if the fish swam out or never existed there in the first place. Eventually, several caves were revealed. Today, 24 have been identified with just a 1 kilometer radius. Experts believe more still lie hidden across the river. At first glance, this might look like old mining caves or tombs, but step inside, you will quickly realize this is something else entirely. Massive scale. Some chambers reach heights of over 30 meters and span thousands of square meters. It is estimated that around 2 million cubic meters of stone were removed. That's roughly 4.6 million tons. Unbelievable precision. Every surface is covered in consistent chisel marks, almost like they were machine-made, and they are everywhere on walls and ceilings. Architectural ingenuity. The vaulted ceilings and minimal support pillars, usually just 1 to 4 per cave, suggest an advanced understanding of structural integrity. Mysterious ponds. Many caves include a 5-meter deep ponds. Considering the ancient Qu River water level was 20 meters lower than it is today, it's highly likely these ponds once connected directly to the river, maybe explaining how the fish vanished. In 2002, pottery from Western Han Dynasty was found in one of the ponds. Odd carvings. In the first cave, about 3 meters above the ground, there's a carving of what appears to be a horse, a bird, a fish, an unknown creature. It is oddly placed too high to be decorative. Could it have been carved later, when the cave was partially flooded? From my experience visiting European churches, I've seen symbolic creatures representing the 4 cardinal directions: lion, ox, eagle, and man. Could this be a Chinese version of similar concept? Isolated yet connected. When they first discovered, each cave was separated. Today, they are all interconnected, but originally they were divided by walls just 50 centimeters thick, like this. How did the builders achieve such precise alignment between caves without modern instruments? Even with today's technology, recreating something like this will require machines, years of planning, and massive resources. Scholars have proposed several hypotheses regarding the function of the Longyou Grottoes. Storage facility. However, it would be impractical to store goods, weapons, or food in a difficult-to-access underground space prone to flooding, unless the stored items were non-perishable like gold. Military hideout. Goujian's hidden soldier theory. Goujian ruled around 500 BC. While the cave could indeed accommodate a large number of people, the structure with narrow entrance and no proper escape route would make it easy for enemy to seal off exits, leading to a catastrophic defeat. Additionally, there are no soot marks on the ceilings, marks that would inevitably be left by torches, which were essential for long-term habitation. Quarry. Traditional quarries typically carve into the side of the mountain for easier transportation of stone, rather than digging deep underground. Furthermore, the sandstone found in these caves isn't just used particularly often in local construction. Water management system. Given the scale of the nearby Chu River, it is unlikely this cave played a significant role in regional water management due to the scale differences. Ritual site. To date, there are no historical record or artifacts indicate that the caves were used for religious ceremonies. Could the Longyou Grotto be much older than we assume? Perhaps they dated back the same period as Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, over 10,000 years ago, or even older? Recent archaeological and DNA studies suggest humans began migrating out of Africa around 200,000 years ago, with modern Homo sapien expanding from a population of fewer than 10,000 individuals around 70,000 years ago. That leaves a 130,000-year gap in our understanding of human history. What if multiple civilizations rose and fell during this time? Could Longyou Grotto be a remnant of one such forgotten civilization? Ice core studies from Greenland and Arctic reveal that the last ice age, the Quaternary glaciation, lasts from about 110,000 years ago to 12,000 years ago. How did our ancestors survive in such extreme cold? We know that underground structures can maintain stable temperatures. For example, my house in Belarus, where winter temperature can drop to minus 30 degrees Celsius, water pipes must be buried at least 1.6 meters deep to prevent freezing. This suggests deep cave could have been ideal shelter during periods of extreme cold. Obviously, during that time, people wouldn't worry about flooding if the surface was covered in ice and snow. Additionally, around 70,000 years ago, a catastrophic event, the eruption of Indonesia's Toba supervolcano, spilled massive amounts of ash and toxic gases into the atmosphere. This blocked sunlight, caused global temperature to plummet, and triggered a century-long volcanic winter. Could the cave have served as emergency shelter during such environmental disasters? There are similarities between Longyou Grotto and Derinkuyu underground city in Turkey. Although their construction methods differ, both could have been designed as survival shelter. The key difference is that Derinkuyu, discovered earlier, has undergone extensive restoration. While I visited, traces of soot could still be seen on the ceilings, evidence of prolonged torch usage. We must remember that before electric lighting, all illumination relied on burning material like candles, oil lamps, or torches, all of which produce smoke and leave soot over time. While visiting ancient sites in Egypt and Turkey, I often notice blackened ceilings in darker indoor areas and caves. Clear evidence of ancient lighting methods, but Longyou Grottoes? Nothing, completely clean. What does that imply? Could it mean they use non-combustion light? Maybe something more advanced? We know Earth is about 4.5 billion years old, and mammals have existed for over 200 million years. The planet has undergone multiple cycles of habitability and destruction. Modern human civilization, by contrast, is only a few thousand years old. Yet, within this short span, we have achieved remarkable technological advancements. It is possible the Longyou Grotto was built by an advanced civilization that exists before our own, a civilization with technology equal to or even surpassing ours, perhaps including advanced excavation techniques and artificial lighting. Could they have been forced underground due to sudden climate shift or even catastrophic war? Sounds like science fiction. Well, consider the Svalbard Global Sea Vault, building in 2008, often called the Doomsday Vault. It was designed as a safeguard against war, disease, and natural disasters, a modern Noah's Ark for agriculture. Mainstream scholars might not easily accept the idea that Longyou Grottoes are remnants of a lost civilization. Without carbon-14 dating evidence, it is difficult to support. But scientific progress is driven by questioning the unknown. If you ever visit Longyou Grotto, take a moment to touch the chisel marks on the walls. Feel the vast emptiness and listen to the echoes of your footsteps. Perhaps, in the moment of silence, you will sense the presence of the ancient civilization, one that time has forgotten. What do you think? Could the Longyou Grotto be the remnants of a forgotten civilization? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow explorers. Until next time, stay curious. Longyou石窟。这边不确定是土壤还是怎么样，可能是水的变化。这还是可以看到水在滴下来，这里也是有点水慢慢从上面渗下来。他们重新做了金属的架构。那上面这里的图腾，我们不确定是什么时候刻的，不确定。主要像这个凿纹特别。不晓得，不好意思，我在录影。因为水族的大叫，这边基本上就是它的结构，梁柱，这个应该是之前的。这个其实是很奇怪的，后来都有加它的结构。那掌纹非常的整齐，因为看起来断的这一些甚至没有。 非常特别的一个石窟。我现在用我的高度呢。
都是同意是吧？